We'll be looking at Edo politics as it has taken the center stage with the recent suspension of all the 18 local government chairmen and their deputies by the state government. Now, this decision has sparked debate over governance, legalities, and the implication for grassroots leadership. Additionally, allegations have surfaced against Governor Gordon Obaseki, the immediate past governor of the state, accusing him of planning to take away 21 government vehicles upon leaving office. Of course, the governorship candidate of the PDP too was fingered in this. This morning, we are going to be examining these critical issues and the impact on governance and their role in shaping those state political future. To join us unpack this virtually is Mr. Goodluck Osaratin, who is joining us from the Jare axis of Benin City. Thank you so much, Mr. Goodluck Osaratin, for your patience and for your time.
Thank you. Good morning.
Okay, help us now make sense of the whole issue. The polity in Edo State is intensifying as the days goes by. Since the governor assumed office, it has been from one suspension to another. Though he has hit the ground running, but in some quarters, they are seeing some of his actions as being too hasty. What says you? The suspension of the 18 local government chairmen and their vice. Uh, what is your take?
Thank you very much. I hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, please?
We can hear you loud and clear. We are hearing you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just in transit. I have to do this inside the vehicle. I'm sorry. I have to do this inside the vehicle because I'm in transit. It is very clear that what is happening in those states is a flagrant disregard to the rule of law. It is the highest level of unconstitutionality. The suspension of the local government council chairman is illegal and is barbaric to our constitution, that's the 1999 constitution, and also to the rule of law. There are a whole lot of things that have been going on, and which the most recent is the suspension, and it is clear to everyone that you know that the local government administration has been given the autonomy to operate on their own financially and otherwise. So the suspension is very, very is not in line with the constitution, and coupled with the fact that you see the House of Assembly, the governor or the deputy governor, they do not have the right to suspend the local government council chairman for the simple fact that they now enjoy autonomy. And then again, you see that even if there was a judgment on July 11th by the Supreme Court, to the effect that, look, the governor do not have the right to suspend the local government chairman. They do not even have the right to interfere in their matter. What is happening in those states is almost like a dictatorship where even the governor is a governor under the APC. The federal government, where Tinubu is the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria currently, is also on the APC. And you know that Tinubu is one of the campaigners of local government authority or local government autonomy. And he achieved that for the federation. And to that effect, he set up a 10-man committee to be headed by the secretary secretary to the state to the federal government. So to say. So you can see that what the governor of Edo State has done through the House of Assembly is a complete disregard to the rule of law. And so much so that there was even a court injunction, there was a court judgment delivered by Justice F.A. about 2 days ago, halting that illegal suspension of of the local government council. And I hope, I'll just believe by tomorrow, Monday, those local government chairmen, they should go back to their offices and resume. And we are begging the security agencies to actually provide them the security to act, I mean, to discharge their duties as enshrined by the Constitution. And I want you all to understand what this is all about. This is all about money. It's all about money, honestly. Because you saw the letter written to the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy type Affairs to the permanent secretary, stating that the local government council chairman should not spend the 800 million naira security vote. And you understand the implication of this. You understand the implication of this. Even when we are in a Utah season, where the local government chairman, who are the closest government to the people at the grassroots, you are even denying them of providing security for the people. You can see that it is all illegality in all. And again, this undue interference should stop because the action of the state government through the House of Assembly is a slap on the face of the presidency. And you also heard, you saw it, that the custodian of the law officer of the Federation, Latif Agbebi, who is the Attorney General of the Federation, openly criticized, openly declared it illegal. So what else do we want? I am appealing to the security agency to allow these men, these local government chairmen, to actually go and discharge their duties as enshrined as enshrined in the Constitution. So these are the things we are saying, and a whole lot of things have been going on in Edo State. Of course, the malgovernance and all of that. So I don't know if I've been able to clear this, or I want to go into the other aspect. Okay, just go on, please.
The take home from your submission is that this is an illegality of its kind. And of course, if I were to refer you back to what the chief press secretary to the governor, I'm talking about Fred Itwa, said that the governor was well within his right to have issued or drafted a letter to the House of Assembly, is yet another thing for the House of Assembly to either decline or accept to back that letter up. So are we saying right here that what the governor did was right? Because obviously word on the street is that as politics in Nigeria is concerned, the House of Assembly and of course by extension the local government council chairman are in the pocket of the governor. So looking at what just happened, has it endorsed that particular assertion that these individuals or group, as it were, are in the pocket of the governor as long as they are doing the bidding of the governor?
Again, I would like to say this because there's no need to even debate this, whether it is wrong or right. Absolutely, it is wrong. The local government is another tier of government that enjoys autonomy. Whether financial autonomy or not, the governor, whether through the House of Assembly, does not have the power whatsoever to interfere in how they carry out their administration or how they spend their money. And I'm very sure you understand what this thing is, where this thing is coming from. That a letter was written to them to come and give statement of account. And about 2 days later, it's followed by the suspension. I don't want to look at the House of Assembly, whether they are in the pocket of the governor or whatsoever. That is none of I don't even want to talk about that. But what is most crucial, what is most important right now is that the governor does not even have the right to send that letter. You know, there is an arm, there's a legislative arm at the local government council, which is the councillor. So if there is any problem, misappropriation, whatever, it should be handled by the councillors. They are there. It's just like you are telling me that the president of Nigeria today can just wake up and command Modopelo to give the statement of account of a state within 24 hours. And after that, he can just go ahead and then go to the National Assembly and seek the suspension. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work. There is no how that will work, and it's not backed by law. The House of Assembly, of course, with what is happening in Nigeria, I usually say that with special arrangements, devil can see God. They've made themselves a tool in the hands of the governors. Because if not, you have the majority leader, you have the speaker, okay? You have even several committees that are supposed to look into matters like this. So what was the advice? What was the advice? What advice did they give? Ordinarily, when we look at the previous letter that was in circulation, it was said they were supposed to sack or dissolve them. But I don't know yet your other advice for the effect that they should be suspended. Even the suspension in itself is illegal because the government has no right to make
Let's pause you now. Okay.
Let me come in here. Itwa also said that in as much as the local government council enjoy a level of autonomy, it does not remove the fact that even the executive may still have some level of oversight function. So could you please tell us at what level can the executive enjoy, as it were, the oversight function, and to what level does it stop, so as to allow the local government to also have control over their resources as an arm of government on its own?
The CPS, if you watch its antecedents since this government came in power, you will see a plethora of press release, ridicule with mistakes. Now, I would have even taken them seriously if this was coming from the Attorney General Commissioner of Justice in Edo State. And I believe, as that man is a great Ife alumni, would have given him much needed advice to the governor. But I don't know whether he disregarded it. But from his statement, I even heard a lawyer, my big brother, Adaze Amata, also defending this, saying that the Supreme Court judgment, or whether the statement made by Latif Fagbemi, SAN, the Attorney General of the Federation, was just a proclamation, so to say, that it has no effect. But you all know, I know, even Satan knows, that the local governments, the state government, the federal government, they all enjoy autonomy now. There are different types of government. The government or the executive, the state executive, has no right whatsoever to meddle into the affairs. You understand? To meddle into the affairs of the local government administration. And you could even see that this is all about finance, all about the money. They wrote a letter for them to stop using the security vote. That is to tell you what is going on. So the CPS can do the bidding of his boss, which is the governor. That is all what they are doing. But the real fact, the reality, the constitutionality of what they are doing is what is at play here. All the actions they took or they've taken through the House of Assembly and all of that is completely unconstitutional. So he will do his job, no problem. No doubt about that. But look
Our
at
time. I would like us to manage our time, Mr. Good luck. I would like us to manage our time. This may be your final take. I'm afraid we are getting close to where we'll be taking the news for 9:30. But meanwhile, there are strong allegations that the former governor, the immediate past governor, went away with government vehicles, about 21 of them. And even the PDP candidate, Dr. Aswe Godalo, was fingered in this. Now, remember the governor, when he came on board, he constituted the Asset Recovery Committee. Now, some stakeholders are saying all these moves are politically motivated, while some are actually saying the moves is actually okay to create sanity and accountability in government. What says you as a stakeholder? Quickly.
All right, thank you very much for this very important question. You see, Governor Baseki, to the best of my understanding, has one of the best e-governors in Nigeria. That means everything is documented with database and all of that. It's unfortunate that this government is just looking for a way to withhold people or its perceived enemies. If you are claiming that vehicles were taken away, and according to the viral video I watched, where the state chairman of APC, Jared Tenebe, was making those allegations, I listened to the man, Sonny Ekpesin, that claimed to be the secretary, making those allegations that 21 vehicles were catered away by Dr. Aswe Godalo. That allegation is a false from the pit of hell. And by the way, in due time, in due course, Jared Tenebe will go to Lagos and answer to the courts to prove his allegation. You are dealing with government property. Is there no color? Is there no type of the vehicle? Does the vehicle not have a name? Does it not have an engine number? You see, these are some of the problems we are saying. Okay. It's not going on well. You invaded the house of the former governor of Edo State. They even go to the private residence of Aswe Godalo. What did they find? You cannot, because of politics, and then you want to destroy the integrity,
Mr. Goodluck,
image.
we are due for a break now. We'll continue now with our conversation where we're looking at the politics in Edo State. The polity has been getting more interesting as the governor, since he hit the ground running. So many things have been unpacking and unfolding. We start with us, Good luck, Osayeti, who is making sense of the conversation, and we hope to have the Edo State PDP chairman join us before we wrap up, if we still have that luxury of time, talking about Dr. Tony Azagoni. Mr. Goodluck, you were giving us insight on the allegations of the 21 vehicles that the former governor, the immediate past governor, Governor Baseki went away with, and of course he's the candidate of the People's Democratic Party too was fingered in that accusation. Does it mean that the PDP don't want to really come out to defend themselves?
All right. Thank you very much. You see, I it's not about the PDP not coming out, but I will speak for I will just speak. I will say what I know about the person of Aswai Udalo. You see, this is a man who has taken his time painstakingly to build an enviable career. He has built reputable career over the past 40 years. And for Jared Teneme to come all in the name of politics to try to soil his integrity with the mud is absolutely not acceptable. And I will say this again, at the appropriate time, Jared Tenebe will go to Lagos and answer to clear this allegation. He will go there and show the proof of the allegation he has made. Ashley Hodano will not come out and challenge or to rebuke, to rebut, to actually as a form of rebuttal. I will not come out to defend that because that would mean dignifying the person of Jared Tenebe. We know those who have integrity question. We know those who have problem with the EFCC. We know those who have been accused of oil bunkering. We know those who have been dumped by the EFCC. Aswai Udalo is impeccably clean of all these allegations made against him. They've been to his house. The asset verification or the vehicle recovery team, they've been to his house to check. And I want to say this that all these committees they are talking about is not to withhold people. And then you saw that even directed anybody wants to criticize a failing government now will be facing threats. Never threat from him. You see the person of Fares Okwere, the immediate past deputy director general, new media of the PDP campaign council. And Jared Fares has even sued him. Sorry, he has written a petition against Jared Tenebe now. He has written to the Nigerian Police Force, he has written to the Nigerian Army and all other security agencies. And Jared also made a statement that he was going to the court to hold Aswai Udalo. You can imagine the level of notoriety. I can say, how do you go to the court to say that you are looking for vehicles? So each of these, they just want to withhold people, they want to intimidate the people, and you can see that taking that to the court, excuse me, ultimately means that they are afraid of what is coming. They want to threaten us, they want to threaten. You saw what happened in the court that day. They harass our lawyers, they harass the court, they just want to cause chaos. They want to cause violence because that is their trademark, like they did during the time we were at INEC to inspect the beavers. I was in court on that day. In fact, there was even an allegation that I was in possession of two vehicles. And when I asked, what is even my name? Do you know my name? They didn't answer. So, in other words, Jared telling them the instrumentality of the law, actually, Godano will use it to strip into strip naked. So that's exactly what is going to happen. Then this will
Mr.
serve as a
Goodluck, I'm going to
deterrent
put you
for
on
others
pause mode
not to challenge the
temporarily.
image of
Permit me to do so so that we can bring in the perspective of Dr.
Tony.
Tony. Dr. Tony, are you there?
Yeah.
Morning.
Okay, I guess you're there. So my question to you is this. Some on the other divide are of the opinion that if the governor constitutionally has a right to suspend the local government council chairman, why did he have to go through the House of the Assembly to get it approved?
Good morning, viewers. I don't know where there is, I don't know whether there's any provision in the Constitution that gives any governor in this country the right to suspend or to remove elected local council chairman, local government council chairman. There's no provision in the Constitution, there's no provision in the Electoral Act. There is, however, a 2000 local Edo State Local Government Council Act, um, uh, Section 10 talks about dissolution, while Section 20 talks about suspension. However, the Supreme Court on July 11th gave a judgment that a case that came to the Supreme Court, a case filed by the Attorney General of the Federation, who is an APC man, because the Mr. President wanted total autonomy for the local government councils. The Supreme Court ruled that no governor has a right to suspend or remove any elected local council chairman. As if that was not enough, the chief judge.
What do you make of this issue as regards getting approval from the House and, of course, assenting to it? Does it in any way endorse the fact that the House of Assembly member are mere appendages of the executive?
What the House of Assembly did is ab initio null and void, because it goes against a court ruling. A high court gave judgment against that. So what they did in the first instance was a nullity. In fact, the first nullity was the governor even writing to the House of Assembly, asking them to look at Section 10(1) of the 2000 Local Government Act and deal with it, that we did about dissolution. So from beginning to the end, everything they did never happened. I've directed the council chairman to go back to work tomorrow and resume duties, because it never happened, and the High Court in Benin has given judgment barring anybody from suspending the local government council chairman.
Transfer it to my colleague. Let me throw this question back at you again. Now, we consider Nigeria to be a democratic nation. Now, looking at what is going on in our polity today, where there is a blatant disregard as regards the rule of law, what do you make of a democracy, perhaps a nascent democracy as people call it? You see what is going on currently in Edo State.
It's disgraceful, it's distasteful, it shouldn't happen. And I encourage Governor Monday Okpebholo to step back. In fact, he should really step back. He is calling for anarchy. He is calling for chaos. And he is the chief security officer of this state. He cannot disregard court judgments. He cannot. If not for his immunity, we will charge him for contempt of court and will be put in local prison. So he should be very, very careful.
Okay. All right, quickly, we are running out of time.
We have directed our council chairman to go back to work tomorrow. Let's see who will stop them.
Okay. Now, Dr. Tony, we are running out of time, but this will be your final take, and we hope to have you so we can have a one-on-one time with you and extend the front line of this conversation. However, what is the fate of the PDP? The petition, the courts have started sitting, and of course they've unveiled their plans for the day-to-day hearing, which will begin in earnest come January 2025. What is the fate of PDP as against the APC in the state? What is the fate of PDP?
Well, the PDP, we are very robust, in spite of all the illegality, in spite of all the provocation that the APC are throwing at us. We've been very robust. We've been heads up. We're trying to go on a higher pedestal. And I can't thank my members enough, because if not for our plea, please don't go to the mud with these guys. They know that we have a strong petition in court. They know that there's no way in this world that the tribunal will not give us judgment. They are afraid, and they want us to come. They want us to be in the mud with them, and we are refusing, because we have what it takes to get back our mandate. So I will continue to plead with our members to please don't be provoked. They will throw insults
Dr.
at
Tony,
you.
talking about provocation now, with your strong evidence that has been proven over time, and of course we saw on national TV where some persons were giving analysis how the PDP had the upper hand in the election. Do you think the court will do the right thing?
Yes, I believe the court will do the right thing. In fact, a series of judgments that the courts have given of recent gives you an idea of what the judiciary, what they are thinking. The Supreme Court judgment on July 11th, the judgment of the Chief Judge of Edo State, Daniel Okomboa, the two judgments of F.A. Ikwamba in Edo, that will give an idea that the judiciary really is living up to its bidding, and we believe that they will take this into our tribunal case and look at our petition, look at what we have put on the table, and give a judgment that reflects justice in this case. So we are very hopeful. We believe that.
All right. So let me quickly, delve to the young man there, Mr. Goodluck, as we coast home.
Just in 5 seconds.
Just in 5 seconds, please. As we coast home, this is a very disgraceful, scenario that you just played out. Whether it's allowed to stay or not, it is highly disgraceful, and a precedent has been set. What do you think is the mindset of people looking at Nigeria from afar, especially considering the fact that there is a very high level of disregard when it comes to the rule of law, and the opinion on the street is that Nigeria is gradually drifting into a failed state, if not a banana republic? What's your take on that finally before we go?
All right. If you come to Benin City, I'm in Benin City right now, the mood of the people is that this government in power now has created a very tense and fearful atmosphere in Edo State. But in the midst of this, the people are supremely confident that the mandate they mistakenly gave to Aswe Udana Musaojoge will be reclaimed by the courts. And you will even see it in the minds, in the faces of the people, even the way they act, their attitude, and all of that. They are very hopeful because the gale of insecurity, the gale of illegality that is going on in Edo State right now, we've never seen it before. We've never seen where it is long we saw this kind of thing that you see at motor park, people shooting guns to take over. You see court killings and all of that. You see people going to court, government institution, non-state actor, trying to intimidate, to embarrass even a senior advocate. That's a call for anarchy. And you heard the chairman, Mr. Chairman, actually say that he's pleading with the members.
We've exhausted our time, please. We would definitely want to have you guys again, but however, we invited a representative from the All Progressive Congress, but he didn't show up. We give them a right of fair hearing, right of response. We are open to hear from the All Progressive Congress. Thank you very much, the Edo State Chairman of PDP, talking about Dr. Tony Azegbeme. We appreciate you for finding time to be on the program. And of course, Mr. Goodluck Osaratin, we appreciate you for your patience and your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right, this is how far we can go from me and Josh. Nice. Have yourself a blessed new season ahead, and bye for now.